Darren gets to realize how bad I am at keeping track of life totals.
You'll figure it out. All right. Breakers on the play here on Scapeshift. Turn 1 Scalding Tarn. String Bean with a turn 1 Delta. So, I'm not expecting to see very much action early on. This is probably going to play like a control mirror. I mean, it basically is just a control mirror. They just have different ways of ending the game.
Yeah, one just gets to kill you outright. The
And
other
one's gonna take infinite turns, I'm imagining. I don't really know what String Bean's deck is. It's something he made up. It's not really made it up.
That's one of the cool things about FNM too.
Yeah,
You get
no, String Bean loves playing decks like this at FNM, and usually they do surprisingly well.
Well, people don't expect them.
Yeah, well, I better start the timer. And I'll take a minute off, because should have been started.
Oh, those snowlands from what set is that? Kaldheim?
Kaldheim Snowlands. It's one of the tapped Snowlands, so it must have a decently heavy snow theme, probably playing Ice Fangs. Brick is going to ice it.
Castle Vantress. I wonder if String Bean's playing Wilderness Reclamation in his deck.
Yeah, I would imagine it's a Wilderness Wreck deck, but Wilderness Wreck and Nexus Fate are kind of, they go hand in hand. There is an Ice Fang. And a Castle Vantress.
Looks like he's trying to find a third land, maybe?
Brick plays a Growth Spiral on instep. So was that String Bean moving to discard?
Yeah.
And then Brick saying, hold up, before you discard, I need to do something. Yeah, I would imagine it's not good to miss your third land drop in your Nexus of Fate deck.
Yeah, typically missing any land drops in any deck is not great, but
I mean, I'm cool with missing my fourth land drop in Burn or Prowess.
nah. You can cast 4 bolts if you hit your 4th land drop.
You don't have that many left in hand by that turn. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe you do. Maybe your opponent's just playing mono remand.
Yeah, that's it. All right, back Brick's way. Brick,
Draws a lightning bolt.
what decks has streaming brought to previous FNMs? Well, he just randomly showed up with Neoform one day and 4-0'd, so that was cool. I got absolutely trounced. And then he played a Grixis. It was literally playing nothing but effects like Necromantra type effects to just like completely tear your hand apart and just like, you know, make your deck unable to win the game. What else he played? A lot of times he just likes to play control.
String Bean is definitely the control gamer.
Yeah. All right. Back String Bean's way. His name's Robert, by the way. We just call him String Bean. Ever since I've known him, he's been String Bean. All right, another Ice Fang. There's a land. They have Death Touch, right?
Yes, sir.
They count each other. It's gonna bolt face. Brick's getting them in range. You know, you get a sinking feeling in your stomach when you have creatures in play that could be bolted and your opponent's just like, no, I'll bolt you. Means you're probably pretty close to dying.
Well, he has a Scapeshift in hand.
Yeah, I'd imagine he just gets well,
String Bean does have remand.
yeah. Bricker is still 2 lands away from getting there, really. He needs to make this land drop and one more land drop. Because you need 1 Valakut plus 6 mountains. Alright, that's the card from Exile. Brick was deciding to shock it in, I believe. So he is going to shock it in. Shock in a Steam Vents.
So Renin 6?
That is a Renin 6. He'll get back a land. Make sure he has that 7th land drop next turn. Thing I like about Scapeshift is by nature, even if your opponent has counter spells and stuff, you probably have, you know, you need 7 lands. The spell costs 4 lands. So you have 3 mana, you know, to defend your Scapeshift with, you know, with your own counter magic or Veil of Summer, you know, whatever it is. String Bean gets in with his 2 Ice Fangs, Brick's down to 11.
Stringy has Cryptic Command in his deck.
Oh my. What a gamer, dude. Do we have deck lists? No, we don't. This is just, you know, modern FNM. We don't make players submit deck lists for this. But if you want the deck list, and String Bean's especially good about this, just join our Discord and ask. And, you know, someone will direct you to the right person. And String Bean is really good at just, like, actually giving you the deck list if you ask for it, so. Right there's our link tree. I just put it in chat, so if you join that, or if you click that, and then you can, you know, follow us on Twitter, TikTok, sub to our YouTube, join the Discord, shop on our website, all of the above. All right, Brick goes for the Scapeshift. 7 lands in play. And String Bean picks him up. Live in Florida, very allergic to grass. That's tough. I get super allergic to grass in the summer. All right, String Bean on the play this time. Turn 1, Polluted Delta. Over to Brick. Tap, Stomping Ground, go.
And I just really like Scapeshift.
Scapeshift's a cool card.
Remember when I tried to play it in Columbus? It did not go well.
Oh yeah, what list did you play? You just played, like, it was red green, right?
Yeah.
Because you were like, oh, there's probably gonna be a lot of that was when the 80 card Yorion Elementals deck was crazy popular, right?
Yeah. There was a lot of 4-color. I just happened to only play against Murktide.
Yeah. That dude, that SCG con really hurt my confidence because I played Murktide and I was like 4-3 on the day. I like just missed day 2. Was that a 2? Yeah, that was a 2-day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I just missed day 2. It was like X2 made. I went 4-3. All 3 of my losses were Murktide mirrors. I crushed everything else. But I'm like, dude, 3 losses of Murktide mirror? That means it's on me at that point. Like, all right. So another couple turns of passing back to String Bean. I believe he fetched on instep there. Or nope, we're on Brick's turn now. Oh, this is String Bean's upkeep. He's gonna tap down a land. Dude, ice, it's so good. You ever been just like really, your game plan got messed up by an ice tapping your land down? It's the worst feeling.
I play Renin 6 decks, of course it does.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on the draw and you want to play your turn 2 Ren. And it's like, There's Bricker's Renin 6. Gonna get remanded. I'll pull up Remand because I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen that card in a minute. Just a quick reminder of what it does. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, put it into its owner's hand. instead of in that player's graveyard. Draw a card.
I assume this is a Veil of Summer.
Yeah, Brick's fetching right now. Gross.
Streaming still gets to draw a card.
I was gonna say, does he still draw a card? Should we remind him? Did he do it already?
I will go and tell him.
All right, we're gonna go tell him to. At least we're gonna check and make sure we do the right thing, whether he does draw a card or not. At least before they get too far into the match. I believe you do, because it's can't be countered isn't the same as like can't be targeted. So Veil of Summer says your spells can't be countered by blue stuff, right? Let me check what Veil of Summer says.
Alright, got that all figured out.
He did draw a card then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Veil of Summer says draw a card if an opponent has cast a blue or black spell. Spells you control can't be countered this turn. So yes, that does work. It, the spell isn't countered, but Remand still says like it tries to counter it, and then it just says draw a card. So,
Spell doesn't fizzle.
right, Unmoored Ego. So I bet Brick wished he could have veiled this one, right? Oh, actually, this one gets through Veil, doesn't it?
It does not. Because it targets an opponent.
Oh, it does say target on the next line. Okay. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. The player shuffles their library, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. So, streaming named Scapeshift, which makes sense. It's going to be much harder for Bricker to kill him this way.
Honestly, I would have named Valakut.
Really?
You name Valakut and the Scapeshifts are just dead, and
right,
he also can't.
Bricker can just still get value, from getting up to 6-7 lands, right?
Yeah. He can just start playing in mountains, or he can play Dryad.
Yeah, a lot of lists that are like on the actual needing mountains in play to turn on Valakut and not cheating with Dryad. They don't play Dryad because you don't need to. But I'm wondering, I don't know if Brick does or not.
Brick does play Dryad.
Gotcha. Not naming Valakut seems like an oversight. Yeah, definitely. I think Valakut would have been, probably would have been a better name. Because he didn't have one in play. If he has one in play, then it's kind of tough. You're like, oh, I better just name Scapeshift then. But pretty common mistake. Deck's named Scapeshift. Typically name the card the deck's named after. That makes sense. Yeah, I would say against this deck, Valakut would always be the better name unless it's in play, but so a lot of draw go going on now.
And that's what you see a lot with like the more control-y decks is here's my land. Say go.
Yeah, these decks both function like control decks that can kind of combo finish you. One thing that Brick does have as a way to try to win the game would be a Renault with a lightning bolt in hand or in the yard, or even a fire. But lightning bolt would be a lot more effective. But just bolting and retracing it.
It's an abrupt decay.
Over and over. Yeah, abrupt decay takes care of that Ren. Real nice. Abrupt Decay is a classic. We haven't seen a lot of Abrupt Decay recently. But I used to hate this card. Because I used to play Kiln Fiend and stuff with like Spell Pierces and like stuff like that. And then they would just like Abrupt Decay my Kiln Fiend. Back when you could play Git Probe and Jund was good.
I've played a decent amount of Abrupt Decay in my day.
Yeah. It's weird. It says can't be countered by spells or abilities, but like hexproof. If you like in response give something hexproof, that still stops it.
No longer a legal target.
Yeah. And like protection. That's like Apostle's Blessing, and the Confian deck worked against it, but all right. Brick is at getting kind of low at 12. Does have Bolt in hand, but no longer has the Ren ultimate game plan super available to him. There's an expressive iteration.
Now, Streaming does have Counterspell in hand. I almost would have been on board with countering the iteration. Iteration is just so much value.
Right. Sometimes, you typically don't want to counter something that's just drawing one card because you'll just counter whatever they draw then. But something that draws 2 cards basically every time could be a good idea to counter it so they don't go up on card advantage against you. So Brick has 6 lands. Gonna play Growth Spiral, and how close is this Valakut to? Does he has 1 Valakut, 2 Valakuts now.
He has 3 mountains, I believe.
And 3 mountains, a fetch land, and what's that other land?
Breeding Pool.
Breeding Pool. Okay, so needs basically 2 more mountains in play because this Misty can go get a mountain. Stream Bean is going to Memory Deluge.
I assume this is going to be a remand.
Yeah, if you're fetching in response here, I'm sure that's what it is. Fetches up his Stomping Ground. Down to 9. 8, actually.
8?
Taking a lot of damage, but from his lands. Remand. Deluge back to hand. That's a big tempo swing. Get in for 1. Bricks at 7. Sultai doesn't have that chip damage to close out from like 6 or 7,
Pretty sure I saw Snapcaster in String Means deck as well.
Yeah, doesn't have that bolt snap bolt potential.
Maybe he's playing Bump in the Night.
Bump, snap, bump. Dude, it's been so long since I've seen a good bolt snap bolt.
It's because you're not in Discord at 3 in the morning watching me play Modern.
Yeah. Is that what you're doing at those hours?
Yeah. I get convinced to play some pretty suspicious decks.
All right, Ren gets back a Misty. So Brick has 4 mountains in play.
He has enough mountains in play if this resolves.
He has mountains in play for sure if this resolves. Gonna Deluge now. Oh, Cryptic. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Remand.
Brick has a remand.
Veil Summer.
String Bean had... Oh, okay. I sorry. I missed that. Yeah, he played Veil of Summer in response to remand. So Brick's going to still draw a card. Cryptic is going to counter draw. Demonic Tutors. What year is it? It's the year of our Lord and Savior Cryptic command.
Did String Bean draw off of the Veil?
I don't know. I think so.
I want to say he drew off the Cryptic.
He did. Volcanius said that he did.
Okay.
So That was a massive play for Stringbean there because he probably just would straight up lose the game to a Dryad and play there. Now Brick needs. He has a Tarn to go get another mountain here, but he needs. That's still only 5 mountains, and then the next one will count.
Not fetching. Might be waiting for another Dryad.
Yeah, another Dryad would be more triggers, so might have another one in hand, or might be just, planning on finding one.
Believe that is a Dryad in his hand.
Stringbean is sitting on some more counter magic. Slam the Dryad. Stringbean flicks his counterspell to the front of his hand.
His hand isn't like great though.
I see counterspell and remand, so I'm not.
Is that a remand?
I think so, behind that counterspell.
That's I thought Shark Type in.
Could be wrong. There's also a Nexus.
Give us Treasure Cruise.
4 mana. Deluge. Interesting. There's another counterspell in the Deluge pile. 2 counterspells, land, and something else. I saw 1 land get picked, but I didn't see what the other card was. Why'd that die? From a land entering? So I think Robert must have said that it was good, and then it Brick played a land.
That's what I understand.
Okay, I think I missed the land drop happen, so I didn't quite see that it was resolved.
Brick's like, listen, kill the Dryad or you're gonna die, because I can deal you 12 damage from these fetches. I can plus ram, pick up a land, and play it again.
Right. Yeah, he has fetch, play another land drop, fetch again, so that's...
It's 18 damage, exactly.
No, I think it's 12. All right, fetch for 3 damage.
He has 2 Valakans.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's like 24 damage then, I think.
Yeah, 3 land drops would be 18, so 24.
Yep. All right, so that's 2-0, and well, I think the big takeaway from that match is name Valakut, because the deck can win without Scapeshift.
Yeah, it's the difference between having to kill you with Ren ult or smack you with a Dryad or
Right.